Hello, my name is Arthur, and in this video we're looking at getting our machine gun firing. Now, I've started some things in advance, that way we don't have to grind through every little step of the way. So I've changed some things on the tank. I've changed the location of the main gun's compass. I had it on the turret, and it should actually be on the main gun, because in order for it to do elevations, it needs to be sitting at the base of the main gun where the angle is represented. At the base of the turret, it would be always feeding wrong angles to the main turret. So I've moved the compass on that. The compass for the machine gun is right here on its shared pivot. So this is the rotation for its pivot axes, and it's the rotation for the gun itself. And I've given the gun a muzzle. So those changes are reflected. They're identical on both the player and enemy tank. And I've also taken the player bullet and the player shell and the enemy shell and resave them as bullet. So this name could be amended now because it is a branch scene. I branched it off, saving it as bullet instead of shell. So now there's shell and bullet, and it inherits all of the proper characteristics for an enemy unit or a player unit. And I've done the same thing with the enemy shell. So this is now bullet. And I could specify enemy bullet here and it'd probably be less confusing, but the scene is called enemy bullet, so I'm not going to worry about that right now. Then I scaled it down. You can see the scale size difference. There's some issues though with exactly how to make this thing show up. So maybe to get it to show up a little bit better, I should be looking at something like a mission. So I already had a mission on bullets. Maybe I should try cranking it up on these smaller bullets. Maybe that'll help them show up a little bit better. So we'll give that a try. Then we'll look at some script changes. So in the script, I've made a couple of changes to prepare. So I've changed can shoot to be more specific and target to be more specific. Well, I was a little short form in my name, so I gave it cannon, C for cannon target, and I just put a notation beside it that that's the main gun, and M target for the machine gun. So I gave each their own target and each their own can shoot option, and I've also added a machine gun timer, rehooked up a signal, and gave it a wait time of 1 second. So it has a signal to toggle can shoot true. And about the only thing left to do is to take this section of script, copy it, and modify it to do the same functions for the machine gun. So that's what we'll do, is we'll just copy it. We'll paste that into its proper place. So hopefully that's there. Let's see, did that land in the right place? Yeah, that looks correct. Let's put a space there so it's a little less visually confusing. And this is something that should get looked at as a function. So our difference here is we're not going body turret main gun, we're going body turret gun gun pivot compass. So we want to send it that compass. Body turret rotation degrees would be this is the actual address for that, because we would be rotating the pivot, and we don't have any elevation yet, so this isn't going to elevate the machine gun. First off, we're just going to get it pointing at targets. Then this one would be pivot. Let's see, where is the muzzle put on that? So that doesn't quite, that's not quite right. Here, let's just shop for it this way. So we'll go gun. I'm not sure why it's not giving me my tips. It should be giving me these addresses. There we are. So this is position, so we're looking for the 50C muzzle. And then this one would be turret main gun. So that would be up to here. That is taking the direction of the gun itself for its Z direction. So we'll paste that. This should be machine gun timer. There is no recoil animation. This is bullet. And position and direction is correct. Now, I've already added in the export variable for the bullet scene and loaded the bullet into the tanks thing. So we've already done this, so we don't want to do stuff repeatedly here to over demonstrate. So I'm pretty sure that should get the machine gun rotating, and probably one of the last things to do for the machine gun is to give it its own speed. So we would be constant machine gun speed equals, and let's make it twice as fast. So down here we would be looking at machine gun speed instead of turret speed, and that would get it turning at a faster pace. So hopefully that has us going able to rotate the machine gun on the y-axis, and I still have to think about the elevation axes and what those functions should actually look like, because it's time to look at how to build those functions properly too. Whoops. Still getting used to my new camera. We'll just drive him up here. We should immediately be seeing that gun is turning, and yeah, its bullets are pretty small, they're hard to see. And something's gone wrong here. So let's see what's going wrong. It has to do with targets. So this should be M. This should be M. This should be M. This should be M. And let's just make sure it's here properly. Okay, so hopefully that will make things work properly. So we have shooting going on. The machine gun bullets are pretty hard to see, and I think what I'll look at doing in the next video is exaggerating all the bullet sizes, because they don't need to precisely fit inside of their barrels or anything. So we'll look at the scale of bullet sizes and elevation on guns. But that has the guns shooting, and the machine gun should have a faster pace than the other gun. So my machine gun will be shooting long before the turret has acquired target. So that's working not too bad, and it's really just a matter of separating the guns and giving the player the ability to give one target to one gun and another target to another gun. So we'll get that working in the next video some more, and address elevation on the machine gun in particular, and that will automatically give an idea how to give elevation to the main gun as well. So that's it for this video. I hope it was helpful, and until the next video, take care.